In this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be ranking every credit card that PenFed Credit Union has to offer, so that way you guys can know what's actually good and best for your personal situation. Now, the way I'm going to be ranking these credit cards is with this chart right here. S tier is going to be the absolute best. A tier is going to be excellent, but not quite the best. B tier is going to be average, nothing too crazy, but also not the worst. C tier is going to be below average, and D tier is going to be absolute trash, but I don't think we're going to be using this one today because I believe no PenFed credit card is absolute trash. Now, after I'm done ranking these credit cards, I'm going to give you guys a few data points about PenFed and what you guys should know about them, along with a few tips as well. So if you guys want more information in regards to this credit union and their credit cards, then make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, so that way you, sir or ma'am, do not miss out on any good financial information that can help you out. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. But if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Ismael Sandiford, and you are now watching Just Money, where we talk about financial related topics such as personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So PenFed has a total of 4 credit cards, and the first one we're going to be talking about today is the PenFed Gold Visa card. This is the only PenFed credit card that has a 0% intro APR on purchases for the first 15 months of account opening. So if you guys wanted to purchase something and not pay interest on it for almost a year and a half, then this is the PenFed credit card that you're going to want to get. No other PenFed credit card is going to give you a 0% intro APR on your purchases, but they all will give you a 0% intro APR on your balance transfers for at least 12 months, except with the Gold card, it's going to be 15 months. So with the Gold Visa card, if you were to just get approved for it and you wanted to take advantage of that 0% APR for 15 months on balance transfers, you would have to transfer the balance onto this card within the first 60 days in order to qualify. Now, after the 0% intro APR runs out for the first 15 months on this credit card for either both purchases or balance transfers, you're going to sit at a 17.99% interest rate, which is the same interest rate that all of their credit cards are going to sit at. Other than that, though, this credit card comes with no annual fees, and it's also going to come with cell phone protection all the way up to $1,000 annually. I feel like this perk goes past a lot of people's heads because I don't think a lot of people realize that if your phone were to fall down and crack or get stolen, you're going to be covered all the way to $1,000 annually. Then all you have to do is file a claim, and then they're going to charge you a $50 deductible up front. Then after that, they're going to take care of all of the rest. But just know it is going to be $500 per incident, so you do have up to 2 incidents per year to use this perk. And this is going to be available for all PenFed credit cards too, by the way. This card is also going to come with 0 fraud liability, so that way you guys aren't liable for any unauthorized transactions made on your card, but this benefit is going to come with every PenFed credit card, to be honest. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't decide if I wanted to put this credit card in the A tier or the B tier, but honestly, I think we're going to put it in the B tier. I'm keeping it here because the 0% intro APR on both purchases and balance transfers for 15 months is absolutely amazing, so I think it's fair to put this card in the B tier category. It's definitely not the worst credit card, but it's not the best credit card neither because it doesn't have any kind of reward points or cash back or even a simple welcome bonus for peeps' sake. Now, the next PenFed credit card that we're going to be talking about today is the PenFed Platinum Rewards Visa Signature Credit Card. Now, this credit card will also come with no annual fees, and it's also going to come with a 0% intro APR on balance transfers for the first 12 months of account opening if you do it within 60 days. This credit card is also pretty good if you guys are really trying to rack up reward points on everyday purchases. So first and foremost, you'll receive 5x points on gas stations and electrical vehicle charging stations, which is honestly a lot of points compared to other credit issuers out there. At the max, most credit issuers out there usually do 2 to 3 points, so the fact that this credit card is offering 5x points is actually pretty good. Other than that, though, you'll receive 3x points at supermarket purchases, including both Walmart and Target, which is rare, and then also on restaurants as well, followed by TV, radio, cable, and streaming services. Now, if you're making purchases on anything other than those categories we just talked about, then it is only going to be 1 point on all other purchases. And if I didn't mention it already, you also will be earning 15,000 bonus points once you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days of account opening. So that right there is going to be $127 to $150 value, depending on the way you redeem these reward points. Now, when it comes to PenFed reward points, these reward points are going to be valued at 0.85 cent to 0.87 cent, depending on the way you redeem them. If you redeem for travel, then they're going to be worth 0.87 cents per point. But if you redeem them for gift cards or merchandise, then they're going to be worth 0.85 cents per point. So for example, if you guys have 10,000 points and you want to redeem for gift cards, then that's going to be worth $85. The thing that kind of sucks though about PenFed and the reward points is that you guys cannot redeem for cash back. Literally only travel, merchandise, and gift cards, no cash back or no statement credit. And also, not to mention, when it comes to the reward points, they are going to expire after 5 years if you didn't use them from the day you first got them. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually going to rank this credit card in the A tier category because it's actually pretty decent, but at the same time, it's not the best. Now, the next credit card that we're going to be talking about is called the PenFed Power Cash Rewards Visa Signature Credit Card. This is the only PenFed credit card that will give you literal cash back on your purchases as opposed to other PenFed credit cards. So if you guys are looking to receive any kind of cash back or statement credit for your purchases, then this is the credit card that you're going to want to get with PenFed. But like other PenFed credit cards, this credit card will also give you a 0% intra-APR on balance transfers for the first 12 months of account opening. And then you'll also receive $100 in statement credit when you spend $1,500 on purchases within the first 90 days. Now, when it comes to cash back, you are going to be earning 1.5% cash back on every purchase that you make. Unless you're something called a PenFed Honors Advantage member, then you will be getting 2% cash back on all of your purchases. And if you guys don't know what a PenFed Honors Advantage member is, then just stick around because I'll talk about it a little later in this video. But again, as I mentioned earlier, if you guys wanted to redeem your cash back on this credit card, you can do it for statement credit, direct deposit into your PenFed account, or you guys can send it to another financial institution that you guys currently bank with. And the good thing about the cash back that you earn on this credit card, ladies and gentlemen, is that it will never expire even if you do decide to close your account for whatever reason. So with that being said, I'm actually going to rank this credit card in the A tier category since this is PenFed's only credit card that will give you actual cash back. Now, some people might not agree with me on this one, but if we're just only talking about PenFed and not any other credit cards out there on the market and just strictly PenFed credit cards, then I definitely do think it deserves to be there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, though. Now, the last credit card that we're going to be talking about with PenFed is going to be the PenFed Pathfinder Rewards Card. With this credit card, you'll earn 4x points on all travel purchases if you're something called a PenFed Honors Advantage member, which again, I'll talk about in a bit. But if you're not a PenFed Honors Advantage member, then you will only be receiving 3x points on all travel purchases. Now, if the purchases that you're making on this credit card are not related to travel, then it is only going to be 1.5x points on all other purchases. As far as sign-up bonuses go, though, with this credit card, you'll earn 50,000 bonus points once you spend $3,000 on purchases within the first 90 days. So if you were to attain those bonus points, that's pretty much going to be a $425 to $500 value, depending on how you redeem them, whether it's travel, merchandise, or gift cards. Now, no other credit cards that PenFed offers has a pretty good sign-up bonus like how this one does, so that right there is going to make the Pathfinder credit card the card with the best sign-up bonus. Other than that, though, you'll receive $120 statement credit for global entry or TSA pre-check, which will last you about 5 years, so that way you're able to cut through lines faster at the airport. And then the Pathfinder credit card also gives you an annual domestic air travel credit of $100 that you guys can actually use towards baggage and travel fees and in-flight purchases such as buying snacks or drinks on a plane and things and such. This card also has something called trip delay reimbursement, to where if your trip gets delayed, this card will cover up to $300 per each purchased ticket for expenses that happen while your flight got delayed for more than 12 hours. But another major thing that this card offers you is something called Priority Pass Lounge membership. What this pretty much does is give you access to VIP lounges worldwide, so that way you guys can have somewhere comfy to be and eat at before your flight. Now, since you are earning a lot of perks with this credit card, there is going to be a $95 annual fee, but honestly, if you're a PenFed Honors Advantage member, then this annual fee is going to be waived. So with that being said, I'm actually going to put this credit card in the S tier category because you pretty much get damn near about $1,000 in benefits just for simply having this credit card, while on top potentially getting the annual fee waived. So in my opinion, I think the PenFed Pathfinder credit card definitely deserves to be in S tier because you just get so much value from it that you can't even complain. But now that we talked about all the different categories that these credit cards should be in, let's talk about how to become a PenFed Honors Advantage member, and then I'll give a few data points you guys should know about PenFed and their credit cards. So if you're a PenFed Honors Advantage member, you're going to have higher cash back on your Power Cash Rewards credit card. You'll get the annual fee waived on your Pathfinder card, and then you'll also get more reward points on your Pathfinder card as well. Now, the way you become a PenFed Honors Advantage member is going to be through a few different ways. The first way to qualify for this is by being in the military, because if you are or were in the military, then you automatically qualify for this. Now, if you're not in the military, you can still become a PenFed Honors Advantage member, but the way how you would do this is by getting a PenFed Access America checking account or even just a regular checking account with PenFed. In order to have the Access America checking account, they are going to charge you a $10 fee to have it, but honestly, if you guys have a daily balance of $500 in your account or a monthly deposit of $500 going into this account, then that fee is going to be waived. But honestly, you don't even need to worry about the $10 fee, because I would just do the regular checking account, because having $500 in there at all times or getting the $500 deposit in there every month will still make you eligible to be a PenFed Honors Advantage member. Before, back in the day, you guys can only become a PenFed Honors Advantage member by getting one of their specific checking accounts, but nowadays, you can get either both of their checking accounts. It does not matter. So with that being said, I would just do the regular checking account, so that way you don't have to worry about a $10 monthly fee at all whatsoever. If you guys can get any of these requirements done, you guys are easily going to become a PenFed Honors Advantage member, which is going to unlock the doors for you for plenty of benefits. But now that we talked about their tier list and how to become a PenFed Honors Advantage member, let's talk about some data points that you guys should know about PenFed and their credit cards now. So for starters, you guys want to get a credit card with PenFed because they're a credit union. So what this basically means is they're going to give you high limits on their credit cards. Now, when it comes to them approving you for a credit card, I would recommend to have a credit score of at least 650 or higher while having a pretty decent credit profile for best chances of approval. Now, if you guys have bad credit, I would recommend to bank with them first for about 3 months and then go apply for a credit card with them. So that way you build a relationship with them first so you can strengthen your chances of getting approved. Now, when it comes to PenFed credit limits, the max limit you can have on one credit card with them is going to be $25,000, while $50,000 being the overall limit across all of your PenFed credit cards. And if you're not sure on whether or not you would be approved for a credit card with them, they actually have a pre-qualification tool that you can use that pre-qualifies you with only a soft pull being done to your credit. Now, just because you guys pre-qualify for a credit card with them doesn't actually mean you guys are 100% going to get the credit card, but the chances are going to be high, though, if you pre-qualified for it. But as far as credit limit increases with PenFed go, it is going to be a hard pull on your credit unless you get the super lucky invite for a credit limit increase, which is a really rare case scenario if you've been banking with them for a lot of years. 9 times out of 10, though, it is going to be a hard pull on your credit if you want to get a credit limit increase with them. But as far as credit bureaus go, they are going to be pulling your Equifax credit report when it comes to credit cards, and then when it comes to loans, they tend to pull from your Experian credit report, which could vary depending on where you live. Now, unfortunately, they don't have any business credit cards because they just don't have any business products in general. Now, why don't they have any business products? I don't know. Hopefully they change this soon though. But another thing you guys should actually know about their credit cards is that they actually allow you to double dip. So this means you can basically get 2 credit cards with them with only 1 hard pull being done to your credit. Just make sure you guys do your second credit card application within 30 days of being approved for your first credit card. Otherwise, if it's after that date, then it is going to be a hard pull on your credit. And by the way, this credit union does not offer any secure credit cards, unfortunately. They did back in the day, but that's just not a thing no more. And one of the last things that I forgot to mention is that none of these PenFed credit cards will charge you a cash advance fee or a foreign transaction fee, since it is a credit union at the end of the day. And then as far as the 0% intra APR for balance transfers go, it is going to be a 3% fee in order to do this. Now, if you guys are interested in banking with this credit union, then again, anybody can start banking with them as long as you have a minimum deposit of $5 to open up a checking account. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with this tier list or not. I personally would love to know. And let me know what credit card you guys would personally get with PenFed. I would love to know. For me personally, the only credit cards I would get with PenFed is the Power Cash Rewards credit card and the Gold card, because that's just what makes sense for my personal case scenario. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I hope you guys found value in any of this information as always. If you guys have bad credit because maybe you have derogatory items on your credit report like late payments, charge-off, collections, or even past bankruptcies, and you've been working with somebody who couldn't get that off for you, send an email to one of my business emails, 850boulevard@gmail.com, because I have an amazing credit repair person that I personally work with that can definitely help a lot of you guys out there. And also really quick, if you guys are looking to get funding for your business, like anywhere between $50,000 to $150,000 plus in capital, so that way you guys can actually scale and grow your business, send an email to my business email saying funding, and I'll speak with you guys there. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, I truly do appreciate you guys. We're at 86,300 subscribers at the time of this recording, so I do appreciate all who watch. I do post weekly videos for those that don't know, but if you guys haven't yet already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And again, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics, so if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. We talk about how to get high limits on your credit cards, how to boost your personal credit, how to obtain business credit. We talk about real estate, we talk about mortgage loan programs, we talk about all that, so this is your one-stop shop. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.